Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. Wow, we're on part five, four, four. Wow, so this has been such a big unboxing. I think I spent 2 hours just on the first three videos, and it's going to be 8 parts. And I'm not even sure if I can get through all of it in 8 parts because I still have a ton more to go. 10. This is like such a big unboxing. It was like three giant boxes. So I recommend watch part 1, 2, 3. They were insane. This is just the level is just going to keep on going up. It's just crazy the stuff that I'm going to be showing you. And let's get into it. Let's get into it right now. This first one, I can't believe this. I opened it up, and it's a comic that I knew was coming, right? But I'm going to show you something that's just, it's really great. I got a freebie as well. So I ordered this comic. This is Detective 259. And this is the first appearance of the Calendar Man. I just thought, I like getting these DC, key villain appearances. So not necessarily a big villain, but kind of a cool one. Calendar Man. So, kind of a cool first appearance. Pretty pricey book, actually. But they threw in, an extra comic. I was like, wow, that's an interesting comic to throw in. It is Detective Comics Batman 181. Now, if you're not familiar with this book, this is the very first appearance of Poison Ivy. And it's a coverless copy, so obviously, but beggars can't be choosers. I mean, this is like a free comic, and it's a first appearance of Poison Ivy. So I'm curious, because it is a coverless copy. There's interesting element to the whole 181. Inside of 181s, a lot of them were incomplete. So if you get a copy of Batman 181, a lot of them were incomplete because people would take out the centerfold because there was a nice pinup inside. And let's see if this coverless copy that I got for free contains the centerfold or not. I don't think so. It looks like it's gone. So there was a pinup. There should be a pinup inside, but it's not here. It has been removed. But kind of still cool, free comic inside. So, I'm not even sure what a coverless missing centerfold copy would go for, but it's kind of cool that I got it for free. So I thought that was interesting. A little bit of a bonus there. Okay, I'll put that over there. Okay, next, we're getting into big stack of comics. I'm going to show you. There's actually a bunch of stacks that I have to get through, but hopefully I can get through them all. The first one is just a great Good Girl art cover for Archie. It is Archie 645. And this one is just a really great beach cover. But the thing that makes it really great, you got Archie or Jughead, I think. Maybe he's he's breathing under the sand. But you got this crazy seagull. Look at the facial expression on the seagull. It's got like this weird, smug look on it. It's really odd. I just thought this was such an interesting cover. Again, this was one of my friends on Instagram told me about this. Collecto6 told me about this book. I thought it was very, very interesting, so I had to pick it up. So that's Archie 645. And then another viewer of mine was telling me about a series called Rocket Girls, Sensational Rocket Girls. And so, I was sort of on this little quest to find Sensational Rocket Girls because they said, oh, really like it. It's got good girl art covers. It's, it's a really great series. And so I went to eBay. Every time I went to eBay and I searched Rocket Girls #1, never available. So then I searched, okay, maybe if I search just Rocket Girls, maybe I'll find it. So I ended up finding it. And I was like, oh, but they didn't have #1. They had #2, they had other issues. And I checked, what they were selling them for a pretty reasonable price. So I checked, what does the seller also have? And they had like a whole run of Rocket Girls. They had a whole run of some other books, all from the same artist. And the artist is Don Marquez. And so I wrote to the guy saying, like, hey, I want to get all these books. Can you combine shipping? Because it was, what it was doing was adding this crazy shipping cost every time. So the book was like $5, and then the shipping was $7. And if you order a bunch of books, well, you're paying mostly shipping. And so I wrote him, and the total was like $120 with all the shipping costs. And the guy responded, and he replied, that he would reduce the shipping cost. And he also had some of the other issues that were not listed. I said, oh, throw those in. I'll, pay the extra for those. And I noticed that he signed his name, Don. Well, that's the artist name. I was like, oh, are you the artist? So I wrote back to him asking if he was the artist. And he said, yes, he's the artist, creator, and like writer and everything for this series. So I'm going to show you the series. I actually asked the guy if he was willing to come on my show. I mentioned that I run this channel. So he's maybe going to come on my show later. I'm hoping. So this is Sensational Rocket Girls. Really great Good Girl art cover. I appreciate the subscriber that told me about this. So yeah, so Sensational Rocket Girls #1. We've got another great cover, Sensational Rocket Girls #2. And these are all Don Marquez covers. And Sensational Rocket Girl #3. I really like these sort of sci-fi Good Girl art covers. Then we got Sensational Rocket Girls #4. Nice one. And then he had another series called Fantastic Stories. This was interesting. I think he has a very interesting style. Almost reminds me of Ken Kelly or Fazetta a bit. Kind of interesting. Then we got Fantastic Stories #2. The Lost Women of the Moon. Kind of interesting. And then we got another one, Tiger Woman. Thought that was interesting. And then we got another Tiger Woman, a Sky Devil. And we got another Tiger Woman #3. Interesting one. And then more Tiger Woman #1 of 1. I guess this is a one shot. And then we have Cartoon Land. This is another series that he did. So I basically just picked up everything he produced. So this is another Cartoon Land. And these are from 1987. And they were all cover price, so I thought it was a really great deal. You can see that his artwork really improved over the years. This is Cartoon Land again, 1986. So this is #2. And then we got Retro Blast. I thought these were kind of cool. And then we got There Might Be Monsters. Kind of looks like an homage to like Famous Monsters. Kind of interesting. And then we got There Might Be Monsters #2. Now I asked him to sign them. I don't know if he actually did. I don't think he did. I was sort of disappointed about that, but I think it's really cool that he gave me a great deal. All of these were $60 shipped, so I thought that was a pretty great deal. So really great guy. If you haven't seen Rocket Girls before, I recommend searching on eBay for Rocket Girls or any of the other titles, or search for Don Marquez, and hit him up for some books, because he has a pretty amazing covers, and I think he does all the interior art as well, and worth checking him out. I recommend the artist. So do a search. He's a very nice guy. easy to work with, and he'll probably give you a great deal too. And tell him that I sent you, so that, you know, get him to come on the show. That's the goal. Okay, so next thing. So I thought that was kind of interesting, kind of cool. Like if you just go and ask, you know, the extra little level of questions and search what people have for sale, you can actually, you know, get some really great deals, but also meet some really interesting people. So that was what that situation was there. Okay, this one is, oh, a couple of really great books. Oh my goodness. Okay, first one, you know, nothing major. This is Howard the Duck #1. And this is like, so what happened was Howard the Duck was originally a comic, and then it became a magazine later. So they figured that they could be a bit more adult, a bit more mature content if they put it into a magazine. So this is Stan Lee proudly presents a Marvel magazine, Howard the Duck #1. I thought that was kind of cool. So, and another really cool book. This is Katie Keene #1. Now, I was talking to Pop Fun Play, and he was telling me that this is actually an homage to another book, which is what's Mopsy #1. So I actually have Mopsy #1. Do I have it handy? Okay, I could maybe show it to you in a future video. It's buried under all the other things that I have to pull out of this box. But it's kind of a cool cover. Katie Keene #1. So just a really great Golden Age book. You know, this is her first series. It's not her first appearance. Katie Keene first appeared in Wilbur #5. So this is, but it is kind of a cool first solo series. And, oh, okay, this one is being really a nuisance about getting out of this. I actually had already removed it from a whole bunch of packaging. It still has a lot of packaging. Okay, hopefully I can get it out. It's really well taped. Okay. So this one, oh, geez, it's still well taped. Okay, there we go. Got it out. Wow, that was challenging. So this is, what number is it? This is Bob Powell cover. This is Cave Girl. I believe it's number 12. Yes, number 12. Bob Powell. Bob Powell has this kind of style that you can kind of recognize. He did a lot of artwork in the Golden Age. He did the series, the one with Vizetta. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm blanking on the name. But he did a bunch of Golden Age covers and artwork. Just a very famous artist from the Golden Age. And this is Cave Girl number 12. I'm trying to get the run of Cave Girl because they have some pretty great covers. Okay, next. Oh, jeez. How am I going to get through all these books? I have a ton of books still left to do, and I am just getting started here. One sec here. Okay, this one's actually a kind of an interesting one. Okay. So this is X-Men number 35. This is the first crossover between Spider-Man and X-Men. So kind of a cool book. This was kind of a hot book for a while. I do collect X-Men. I have like 1 through 20. And I have most of the keys going up after that, but I didn't have this one in my collection, so I wanted to get it. So ideally someday in the future I'd like to have a complete run of X-Men, but this is just a kind of a cool issue where you get that crossover between Spider-Man and the X-Men. So X-Men number 35. Okay, now we get into some sexy one. This is actually a really interesting one. This one is a hot book. And I actually got it for a great price. So this is 1/10 Evil's Child. And this is the nude variant. There's two variants, versions of this. There's one where she's wearing a bikini, and this is the nude variant. This one goes for a pretty penny because it is nude, and it's just sort of a popular cover. And it's Tony Danforth, so kind of a cool cover. I really like that one. She has a cute butt. Okay. Speaking of more sort of sexy girl covers, there was a series by of covers that done by Greg Horn for Miss Marvel, and he did some really great covers. So I like this version of Miss Marvel. So this is Miss Marvel number 28. These are all Greg Horn covers. So we got that. And we got Miss Marvel 29. Kind of a sexy military girl look. And then we got number 30. So a nice little run of Miss Marvels. And there's other covers within the series that Greg Horn did that are really great. So this is just some of them. I bought it as a set, that I thought was kind of cool. Okay. And speaking of sets, I picked up a set of Lois Lane. So I won an auction on my comic shop where it was a set of 8 Lois Lane books. And I have no idea how to open this. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have to slice it a bit. Hopefully that worked. Okay. Oh, very powerful knife. Okay. So these are just Lois Lane ones. I'm trying to get a complete run of Lois Lane. So this is Lois Lane number 66. She has like monster feet. Thought that was interesting. They always have the craziest covers on Lois Lane. Then we got Lois Lane 67. And she's like gonna execute or Superman, with the guillotine. But he's like, the guillotine won't hurt me, kind of thing. But it's kind of cool. And then we got Lois Lane 126. So I'm getting pretty close to having the complete Lois Lane collection, actually. This is number 50. Lois is always like, in these comics, it's always like Superman's like got some other girl that he's potentially interested in. So it's kind of funny. And that's Lana Lang is the other girl. And then we got Lois Lane number 54. That's kind of interesting. And then we got number 63. Again with Lana Lang on it. And 64. And this is actually a really cool cover. It's Lois Lane Annual, Giant Annual. It just has all like, Lois Lane has a whole bunch of different characters, which is kind of cool. Like Alien Lois, Housemaid, Batwoman, and like with X-ray vision or Kryptonite vision, and Elastic Lois. That's kind of interesting. And Movie Star. Interesting. That's kind of a cool cover. And then one more Lois that I got, and this is a separate order, but when I got this originally, I bought it way back when, and it's a key issue. When it was shipped, they put tape on the comic. It gets stuck to one of the other comics, and there was tape all over the back. And when just opening it, the tape pulled the whole back cover off. So it just got destroyed. I was kind of sad. I was really upset about it because it is a key issue. It's the first Silver Age appearance of Rose and the Thorn. That character down there. Okay, so this is kind of a key issue that, you know, was sadly destroyed in my original attempt to get it. So this is my second copy, which is a reasonable graded one. And we got some more Archies. So this is Archie, Little Archie number 180. And this is the last issue for the Little Archie series. I like to get the first and then the last issues of any run. Sort of like my way of like sort of getting the two ends, and then I work my way in. So this is Little Archie number 180. So kind of a cool book. That was the last of that series. And this one was one that was recommended to me by one of my viewers. I figured I'd pick it up. This is Not Brand Ek number 7. And it's sort of making fun of the origin of the Fantastic Four, and it's making fun of all the superheroes and stuff like that, like you know, Superman and the Wonder Pets. The reason that they mentioned it was, you know, they know that I like Wonder Pets, so this has like sort of a parody of all the Wonder Pets. They even have like some little bird Wonder Pet, and like it's kind of interesting, like Super Chicken and the Super Snake. It's just making fun of all the super pets. So I thought that was kind of cute. And then we got Sandman number 75. This is another end issue. This is the last issue of Sandman. So again, I'm just working my way through getting the whole collection. And this is the last kind of issue in that run of Sandman. So when I got the Not Brand Ek number 7, I figured, hey, why not just get the first issue as well? So this is the first issue of that series. And it was just like a parody series that Marvel put out. So this one is obviously making fun of Juggernaut and the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. So kind of a fun cover. And it's like 4-brush man. And then I've been picking up, like, I try to get a complete collection of Cave Woman. So there's like a few variant covers that I try to pick up. And this was one of the variant covers that I didn't have. This is Cave Woman Labyrinth. And it's just a one-shot, kind of a sexy cover. I like Cave Woman. She's kind of a cool character. And then we got, I forget what the thing about this is, but I just thought it was a cool cover anyways. This is Marvel Age number 31, and I'm not sure, is this like, I'm trying to remember what the key significance is. I believe it's like either Nightcrawler's first cover appearance or not, I don't know, maybe that's not right, because I think he's on giant size. I'm trying to remember what the significance is for this one, but Marvel Age 31. So, trying to remember what its key significance is, but I picked it up because it is a key that I just don't remember. Speaking of keys that I do remember, this is Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man 90. This is kind of a key because it is the first black suit. Now it's tied with 252 and all those ones. But it's weird because it's one where it's there. That's where it is. You know, it came out at the same time, and it's not as great of a cover for that first cover black suit, but it's definitely kind of a cool comic nonetheless. I do like Black Cat. And then we got another series that I'm trying to get a complete run of, Jungle Tales number 5. So this is a series, nothing key about this book, but it is you know, a series that I'm trying to get from the Golden Age. This is not really Golden Age. This would be considered Atomic Age because you'll see the Comic Code Authority there. And it's sort of before it became Silver Age. You know, this was like sort of the end of that Golden Age going into the Silver Age kind of book. So this would be considered Atomic Age. So this is Jungle Tales number 5 from Marvel Comics. And then we got another one of these Cave Women ones. This is, again, I believe it's the same series, Labyrinth. And this one is the 1 in 400. It says 1 in 425, I guess. Variant copy. And then we got another interesting one. This is Avatar Press, and this is like Jungle Fantasy. They had some pretty sexy covers, and this is the preview issue. And it's the sketch edition cover. And one last Jungle Action. So this is Jungle Action #1. And this is actually the first comic appearance of Leopard Girl, this girl in the middle. So I like my Golden Age female characters, and she's just another one of these jungly female characters from the Golden Age. Okay, I have still a few more books, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I kind of wanted to get one more stack, but I don't think I can do it for this one video. So this is a free comic that I got from my friend Kiwi. He won another contest. He won it from the creator, Liz Farrow. This is Girls with Soul. It's just like some book that he won for free, and he said to ship it to me. So I got this from my friend Falco. Yeah, kind of cool. He wins all these contests and stuff, and I think it's cool that I get his winnings come to me. So it's pretty great. So Girls with Soul. So that was kind of cool. Then I bought a collection. This is actually a pretty cool collection. They're in, I wish they bagged and boarded them, but oh well, it can't be. I actually got a good deal on it. I won it at auction, and it was just a really great price. I think it was like $20 or something like that. And it's just Creepy Worlds. These are the Alan Class books. My friend Mark Ulroyd keeps on going on about them. So I figured, hey, I'll bid on one. I'll just do one auction. Pick up some more of these Creepy Worlds. This is Creepy Worlds. I'm not even sure which issue it is, but these are all like Alan Class reprints of Marvel books from the 60s. So these are kind of cool. So these would have been from the late 60s, early 70s. So this is number Astounding Stories 106. I thought these were kind of cool. For 20 bucks, hey, I figured, hey, it's a reasonable price. This is 150. Secrets of the Unknown. So these would be reprints of stories that appeared in, early Marvel ones, like from the 60s. And then this one's got to fold it. I've got to unfold that. Kind of got mangled a little bit. Another Alan Class. This is 147. And again, Secrets of the Unknown. And then we got Amazing Stories of Suspense. Okay. And then we got Astonishing Stories. And there should be more, actually. So there might be more in some of the future boxes, because there's a couple covers that I recognize that aren't there. So it was actually a pretty good stack of books that I got. And I was like, oh, that's pretty great for 20 bucks. So that has been part 4 of this crazy unboxing. I hope you enjoy seeing all these books. What do you think about these Alan Class reprints? What do you think of some of the Lois Lanes and other books that I showed? So yeah, I'd be curious what people think. So yeah, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of these crazy unboxings. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.